Good afternoon, people. Bondo here. Hope you guys are doing good. It is the day ending in Y. Technically, it's Friday, but we may or may not be posting this video today, because I have to do the editing. I add music to it, and sometimes, well, it is what it is. Anyways, today we are not working on this car. Today we are changing this. This is our 2007 GMC Envoy 4.26. I hear a little rattle in the front center of the motor. I guess it's a water pump. Maybe in serpentine belt and water pump. Me and my wife drives this thing 100 miles a day. We're going to go ahead and change it. I looked online for all kinds of half-ass attempts and ways to not use the proper tool for the job, but I wasted a whole bunch of time. So what I went and did is I went and got the proper tool after wasting half hour, 45 minutes trying to put wrenches and hold a bolt and use a crescent wrench to hit it with a hammer like some guy on YouTube said. They must have, maybe they have better luck than I do. It did not work. I went and got the proper tool, and unfortunately this proper tool, they do not give you bolts. You have to get bolts to fit through the holes that fit into the pulley. So we'll be back after we find these stupid bolts. See ya. The tool is an absolute piece of shit. This has, you can kind of see these grooves. It's supposed to be ratchety so that it fucking holds itself. But you can see the shiny areas in that. See that? It's fucking stripped out. I didn't say that. I take it back. YouTube, don't censor me. Hey, I'm not making any money anyway. We're having fun. So anyway, I put this tape on here to kind of hold it in place. And I tried to fool with it with the fan on it. And there's not enough room, and it's still, I don't even know if at this point if it's the correct tool for the job. So I'm going to take the fan loose from the pulley, take the fan loose, pull it off there so I can have a little bit more access to the bolt, because I put a crescent wrench on it and the guy, he hit it with a hammer without doing anything else on YouTube. But I put a piece of pipe on the end of the thing, and I started to strip the nut on the pulley. So it's not working that way for me. So I now have my 1/2-inch wrench that I flattened out. It fits in there between the fan and the water pump. So I'm going to use that and take it off. And yeah, you have to, a ratcheting wrench, or at least mine won't work on it. So it's going to be hand crank, and back to you in a bit. All right. Everything they say to you on the internet about the quick ways to do it and all that kind of happy shit is a lie. Well, it didn't work for me. Alright? What I ended up doing, I did get some PB Blaster in there. I ended up getting this. Oh, I ended up getting that. Oh, it's facing me, not that. I did get this. I did get the nut loose. What I did first, since the thing was just stuck, I did see one YouTube thing where a guy took an extension like that and set it on the edge of the bolt. Yeah, and took a hammer and just, whacked on it in that general direction. So I did that, 10 or 15 times. And then I already threw it away, just using my hands where I put a piece of pipe on the end of a crescent wrench. Oh, I don't know, the next size bigger than this, between them two, right? This is a China-made thing. And I put it on there, and I actually broke it. I broke it right there. Oh yeah, and this $80 tool that I rented from AutoZone in Belpre, it has this little ratcheting. You see my electrical tape? Well, see, somebody ruined the thing and then took it back and turned it in and didn't tell them. So what I get is a stripped out tool. So I got some electrical tape and I kind of held it in the position that I needed it. All right, and what they want you to do is to get this thing like that and get it on a couple nuts, right? Well, if you do that, it just pulls off. What I ended up doing, since I had to hold the thing back this direction, I ended up locking on there. I got it past it, and I pushed on the next nut rather than trying to, stick it on it. I left this side on top of it and pushed it, and then I was able to. I've been to take this bolt off. I have an hour and a half invested in it. Maybe it'd have been better if this tool, it wouldn't have been a pile of crap. And you have, they do make, I'm sure they do make the wrench that is that exact size and for that exact purpose. But being as, now AutoZone, these places, they have, they're selling and renting people to auto parts and this and that. And, I don't think you should work in an auto parts store if you do not know anything at all about cars or auto parts. I mean, everybody deserves a job, but, you're not helping me out. Alright guys, what we're going to do now, I'm going to take these 4 bolts off, hold that pulley on there, I'm going to leave the belt on there. I'll take it off if I have to, but I'm going to leave it on there so it'll help hold it in place while I get these bolts broke loose. And I'm going to take a wrench and put it on one side and hold it, and get them all broke loose, and I'll get a little time elapse thing going or whatever, so you can listen to some tunes. And by the way, I am going to go to Peace and Grease in, I think it's Waynesville. On the other side, about 2.5 hours, I think, west of here. Nathan Corcoran from Backyard Builds with Nate is going to be there. And I've been wanting to meet that fella. And I've talked to the Peace and Grease people a little bit, and they're having their second annual car show, swap meet, extravaganza, yakety smackety. I don't know what it's all entail, but I'm going to go. I believe I'm going to go Saturday, and I'm going to take my acoustic guitar. And I guess if they see this video, they may know. If they don't, well, I guess they'll find out that day. They got a swap meet going on. There's some car parts and all that kind of stuff. We're going to do that. But anyway, we're getting dark, so we're going to get busy to that. And hey, thank you for putting up with me, huh? I'm trying to get this going. I'm going to have some music on here. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do, and I'm going to get to some cool cars, and we're going to learn a little bit about nothing, maybe. But anyways, please like and subscribe, share with your friends. It's the only way I grow. And I want to share music with the world and my cars, I guess. Anyways, get your little time lapse going and get this going.
flesh of my wounds. The trouble with me is I wanna believe in you. The trouble with me is I wanna believe in you. Will you just sit down while you watch me choke? Will you just sit down while you watch me choke? The hardest place to stay away inside ourselves, not a place to be. You fool the world with your plastic smile. I cut her down, I cut them all down. If I could be you, I'd be so tall. The people below me, they're all so full. The one is corrupted, the more they've been true. The more you connect, the more cold are you. If I could be you, I'd be so tall. The people below me, they're all so full. The one is corrupted, the more they've been true. The more you connect, the more cold are you. Look through the skies and they're always crazy. What do? You're unhappy. You always put things down beneath your weight. How can you be so sad? Today you must be so confused, and happiness eludes you. You see, I did not think to live my life through you. It's a shame that you are so demure and undemanding. I hate to feel it ain't you, it ain't you. I hate to feel you hurt you. Here under the ocean, there's no hope at all anymore. It's tragic, the lies we believe, falsehoods the world concedes. It's maddening, trouble to us seems to believe wrong. Tragic, all the lies that betrayed us. I fall down in my head. All in my head, they say. Tragic, it's manic, hardened in the cage, flames that grow every day, falsehood that it all became.
All right, we got the new water pump on. I'm gonna take a regular ratchet and tighten the bolts and then stick this thing back on. And again, don't always plan on the easy way to work out for you. Plan for the worst possible outcome so that way whatever does happen is not that bad. I managed to put my microphone in my pocket. So I don't know whether you heard me, so I'm doing this again. And so yeah, I'm an idiot. But anyways, we got the water pump off, put some gaskets, you know, I used some brake cleaner, I cleaned it off. I used a paper towel so I get the water level down a little bit. So that way my surface that I just cleaned and all that kind of stuff stay dry. I know you probably don't have to use a gasket maker on it. But I used just a little bit, you know. I didn't get there was gobs of it on there before, so that must have not been the original water pump. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted enough to hold the gasket into place, and then just a teeny tiny dab, because the gasket itself is supposed to do the job. So just a little bit of, you know, this you don't need it. Some people may just love to squirt it all over the engine, but you do not need it. Anyways, we're gonna get back to it. We're just gonna get these water. I ran it down with the ratchet, but I really don't. I don't want to tighten it too tight. It just needs to be, you know, stuff just needs to be snug. And like anything else, most motor parts will tell you they want you to, you know, go like a wheel. You know, go on opposing sides and tighten the stuff up, because you want the thing to go on with even pressure. You know, so that's how you're going to get your best seal. And, you know, as this is holding the water in there, a good seal is what you want, right? So we're just going to run these in by hand. That was 1.5 Ugga-Duggas, okay? I don't know whether, probably a torque wrench should probably, I don't know, 20, 30 foot-pounds or something like that, because, you know, we're crushing a piece of paper. I mean, what do you want? I mean, surely it can't be, you know, that much. And I know when you're doing valve covers or something like that, you know, you don't want to go too tight, because if it's a rubber valve cover gasket, you're going to squeeze and rip the rubber. And you know what happens when you rip a rubber. Sometimes you get unexpected results that you find quite challenging. It's life, you know, you want to keep it as easy as possible. All right. So So we got 5 bolts in here. I think we got them tight. You know, I'm going them around them because, you know, just because it's what I like to do. All right, I think we're good. We'll get that. Get our pulley. Oh, there's 1, 2. This must be our, yeah. This is our pulley bolts. And they had them washers. Remember to keep them washers. Get this, hey, and it actually fits on here. Kind of get an eyeball in there. Get one of your bolts. Start him in there. It's been cooler if I got it done during the day, but you know, like I said, you know, prepare for it to be awful, because it probably will be. Guess what that guy is. Usually get 1 bolt started and you're alright. Get him on there. Get your bolt that's across from it. Get him started. Run them in there a little bit, then you get your last 2. Get them on there. Now, I always, as a general rule for me, I always like to hand start any bolt that I'm putting into anything, because I want to make sure that the thing is going in there straight. Because if it does not, you have impending bad news. Alright. So we got that guy. I got him hand tight. It's going to be hard to hold these things, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can not go back to our pictures and get the new belt. Remember, we used a 3/8 breaker bar to get the thing loose. I got a little bit of dirt in my antifreeze, but I'm going to use a strainer and strain that dirt out, because there's nothing wrong with the antifreeze. I just don't want the dirt going back in. And unless it gets too filthy, then we'll just change it out. I lost the cap, the Permatex, and generally when you lose a cap, it will go to the most inconvenient spot possible. So anyways, I'm going to look for that for a second and get this belt, get this thing finagled on here. You may as well do it with me. I guess I got my security light coming on, so that'll be nice. Yeah. So get a breaker bar, a belt. Okay, so that's the way that works. So here this goes on the back side. It's back. Yeah, yard. Let's see here. All right. This is terrible. I'll try to figure this out here real quick. Let's see how good this start on this side. Put your grooves on the inside. So now I got to start off from the crank pulley. So go ahead and get over here on the crank pulley. I know this is ribbed and this side's smooth, so I know that this has to run around like that. Okay, then we got to come down here. I'm sure we got to come down to the bottom. That's where the air conditioner pulley is. We got another smooth one. So we feed that up around and we hit these grooves again. Alright. I think we're doing good so far. Then we're thinking, well, we gotta hit grooves again to get to the power steering. So we'll go ahead and feed him on there. Oh, and that looks like this one actually isn't too bad. Okay, then we just come around here to our tensioner pulley. Push him down. Feed it on our power steering pump all the way. Gives a little bit more slack. Get him around. Come on. Oh, yeah. Got him on there. You can see there we got our belt back on. Huh? So that's a party. So our next step is to get our shroud and fan assembly and whatnot and get that all back together. And what I ended up doing, get these tools out of the way. What I ended up doing is taking the whole thing out in one at the same time. Because people on the internet, they just took the fan out, or they took the clutch out with the fan shroud and left the fan shroud in place because they said that taking the fan shroud out was such a pain, you know. But the fan shroud really, it has a couple clips on it where these, they're probably going to be transmission cooler lines, right? There's a couple round clips that fits on the back. Oh, you can't see it, it's dark. Let's see. Get this little light here. See if that'll help us out any. And I just see them clips. Transmission line fits in them clips. Okay, so it's not too bad. All right. So we have our pulley. We have this. We have our fan shroud. Get this junk off of here. You know, once you do something, you know, then the second time you do it, you know, you have a good idea what's going on. But the first time you're doing something, you know, expect it to be a cluster. You know, same thing in life, you know. Manages to be the worst thing in the world. So that way, it can only be better. Alright, sweep it clean. It's that. And this says it's marked front. Front to me, that means it will face towards the front of the engine. Okay. Send your fan. Alright, this is one of the difficult things. I'm stupid. Okay, we got the top. It needs to sit this way. Fan sits in there. This faces front. Alright, guys. Stupid has got me. Oh, I'm going to figure this out and I'll be back with you. I managed to lose. You'll lose one of the stupid bolts somewhere in here. Basically, once I find this bolt, I went through the fan. Went through the fan. Oh yeah. And a wrench. Tighten these water pump bolts. I got them by hand. You know, and then if you get them so tight, they you know, it'll start to turn the belt. So what I like to do is you saw me take the thing loose with the hammer. I will tap them a little bit tighter with the hammer. I find this bolt. Basically, all I have to do is, you know, slide this assembly back down in place, and you know, hook the fitting here up to hook the electric back up, you know, and fill it back, top it off with coolant, you know, and let it run for a little while or whatever to burp any air that's out of it. Of course, I slide this back on here. I'll get this radiator hose back on. But anyway, so hey guys, it's me. I seem to have lost a bolt, so I'm gonna have to find that bolt. Basically, all I need to do is take this assembly, I put it all together, find that bolt, lock everything down. I went through on that water pump. You watched me when I took it off. I took a hammer to tap them loose. I'm going to take the hammer. After I'm going to hand tie them, going back and forth. There's four bolts on that. I'm going to go back and forth till I get them. You get them so tight, and then they start to turn the pulley inside the belt. So to snug them down a little bit more, I'm going to take my hammer on the wrench and give it a couple taps. Put it back together. I'm going to slide my assembly down in there. Hook my electric up to it. Put my top hose back on. Then I'm going to top off my water. Let it run for a little while. You know, so that'll burp any air that gets in there out of it. Shouldn't be that much air because I didn't drop the bottom radiator hose, and as I fill it, it should push the air up. But let it run. We want to burp it or whatever. But anyway, I hope to see you guys at the Peace and Grease in Waynesville. Look that up. It's Piece in Grease, Grease. Look them up on YouTube. You can see the address and the dates and what exactly is going on. Shout out to Nate and Doug. Doug Brown has a channel. Nate's is Backyard Builds with Nate. So check both those guys out on YouTube. I've been talking to them for the last couple months. Pretty cool people. I'm going to meet Nate this weekend. Anyways, tell somebody about me. Like, share, and subscribe, and give me a comment, even if you think I suck. I can only get better, right? Peace. Bonsai out.